What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger, my friends. So kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff. I spent last night, of course, enjoying time with family, but one move that had to be made was seeing the Fire Inside movie, the biopic of Claressa Shields. Starred by Ryan Destiny, man. I just gotta say, she did an incredible job. I mean, it really looked like she knew what she was doing in that ring as far as throwing them hands, man. I think she was emotional. I think she showed range, toughness. If y'all remember her, she was a big star in the show Star. You know, she's played in a couple of things. She can sing, she can dance, and apparently now she can box. I just from the perspective of the action scenes, it was very well shot, I have to say, but just her intensity in the ring, it felt genuine. Like, she definitely took it to heart, the role, embraced the boxing side of things. I mean, it looked real. She's hitting the heavy bag. She's out there, just throwing combinations out there, man. Footwork looked good. She's bobbing, she's weaving, a lot of the movie is her in the ring, just putting in work, man. I think it was very believable. I think she put on an exceptional performance. I think she was the perfect casting. They do favor a bit, but I think she was the perfect casting. She showed range. She showed emotion. I mean, it was times where, you get to see how she came from a broken home, taking care of her siblings, feeding them, mom kind of outside having parties and stuff. It was a lot mentioned that I didn't know about her, being molested by one of her mom's friends and her battling through those trial and tribulations. It was a lot, man. She overcame so much in Flint, Michigan, and to really see her reach the heights that she did, even after she won the gold medal, like, it wasn't all sweet after that. She stayed amateur, won back-to-back gold medals, first boxer in U.S. history to do that at the time, still now. Had to stay amateur, was there in the 2012 Olympics, which I thought was sensational. Back when Bron and Kobe and Team USA was reviving, where Simone Biles became a star initially, where Michael Phelps took the world by storm and carried USA swimming on his back. Like, Claressa Shields was there witnessing all that as a teenager. Seeing the support she had from Flint was amazing. But I think Ryan Destiny was a perfect cast to play Claressa Shields, man. She was incredible. I definitely got to give a shout out to the other co-stars as well, man. I think Destiny set the tone playing Shields. Emotional, aggressive, hard-headed, bullheaded, tough, standing on business, not refusing to change for anyone. Just beautiful black queen in all of her dominance in a sport where women weren't welcome at the time that she was really getting active. There was no market for women's boxing, for real. She wasn't getting the endorsements. She wasn't getting the Wheaties. We saw her, that frustration that she had for not getting those deals that her co-counterparts were getting. The fact that they wanted her to change and be sexier and be easier to sell and be more marketable and not be a bully. Even though, she names Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali being bullies out there, because boxing is that type of sport, man. But then we got Coach Crutchfield as well, played by no other than Paperboy Brian Tyree Henry, who has exploded since being on Atlanta, man. He done played all types of roles. I think they had genuine chemistry there. There was genuine chemistry where it really felt like, when you're watching them, like, it really felt like coach and boxer, coach and fighter. Like, the chemistry was dynamic. I think they had natural chemistry. He was powerful. He was powerful in his role, and you had to be a tough, no-nonsense coach to handle a personality like Shields, man. And it was just amazing to see how him and Rissa, had that chemistry. We got to see that bond, how he really looked out for her. didn't get a dime for coaching her, was her agent, was her guardian, took her in after her mom kicked her out, like fed her, coached her, trained her. And we saw him put on an immaculate performance, man. He's really been one of my favorite, like, now I'm not going to say he's an up-and-coming actor, but it still seems like he kind of is up-and-coming, even though he's been at it for a while. Like, he's just getting his break now in the last several years. But, hey, ferocious, emotional as well, bullheaded, family man, but knew his stuff about that boxing. I mean, we saw her fighting for that gold medal. Them Team USA coaches ain't know what was going on, y'all. Them Team USA coaches didn't know what's going on. Coach Crutchfield had to come down there and set the tone. There's no way that she makes it without Coach Crutchfield, man. He was definitely a blessing in her life. I think it foreshadowed him really well, his character, the development of the support, and him growing, and him having to battle through frustrations, trying to get her name on the map, trying to get her those endorsement deals, trying to get people to pay attention, man. We saw them reach that crossroads where it felt like, dang, is this going to break the relationship when she lost that first match, the only match that she's lost since, that she lost that match out in China and almost didn't qualify for the Olympics, man. And that was a tough loss for her, and Coach Crutchfield couldn't be there. I mean, he a family man. He got a job. He up there on the light poles, fixing the lights, fixing cables. Like, this man was a volunteer, like he said, and did not have the funds to get to China, and he felt bad. He was apologizing. She held it against him for basically the entirety of the movie, basically single-handedly blaming him for her loss in China for not being there, which I felt like wasn't cool. That was one part I wasn't really down with. I didn't think that was cool, but at the same time, they got past it. This was a big rift to the point where it drove her out of his house and back to her family. But he was there to keep her focused, because her family definitely, no harm intended, would have definitely possibly tore her down if she was going to bring them all to the Olympics like she had planned. Mama was wild, kicked her out. Sister got pregnant young, left the kid with her for a bit. Like, it was a whole lot going on for Rissa, man. Like, seriously, it was a lot going on. A lot that she was having to overcome outside of the ring, man. Seeing her determination, seeing her with her first love, her first boyfriend, who was a boxer as well. She was balancing a lot. She was balancing a lot, man. I think she handled it with class. But looking at some of the other actors as well, you had Jessica Grossi playing Team USA representative, Jasmine Headley, Judy Greer, Amanda Barker, Lynette Ware, Alunke Adeliyi played the mom, and she was convincing, man. She was a POS for most of the movie. She really was out here on full-time Freaknik while her daughter's trying to train, got her dudes hitting on her, like, nasty work. She ended up supporting her at the end. She came back strong, but her mom definitely had her flaws in this movie. She was human, and I think we got a good glimpse at what she was battling personally. I think they could have developed the relationship between her siblings a little bit more that she had. I mean, it seems like, she was a big sister, of course, a mother figure to them. They depended on her. We didn't really know much about them, though. Like, I mean, I get Rissa is the star. She's the one we're focused on. She is the main part of the movie, is her life, but I think they could have developed that a little more, man. I mean, we spent so much time on her amateur career. We didn't really get to see, like, the development of the family, what happened with her sister, as far as, I mean, you could look it up, obviously, but she got pregnant. We don't even know what happened, who the daddy was, how that happened, what was their interest. What did her mom even do for work, bro? What did her mom even do for work? That's all I'm saying. The storytelling was good. It was a bit drawn off at times. There were times where I really kind of wanted the movie to end. Not in like, oh, it's bad, but it's just like, oh, I'm getting... And it could have been the itis after eating that Christmas dinner. I don't know, but it was times where I was kind of like, man, kind of ready for it to be over. But that was like little pockets you fall into. And then something else would happen, and they play some ear-grabbing music, and it'd be a scene of her just getting active, getting motivated, and going after it, and then you'd be wide awake and inspired again. So I do want to say there was parts of the movies that made me feel like that, but overall, man, I gotta say I probably like a 7 out of 10. It was pretty cut, 7.5 out of 10. Like, it was solid. Well shot. Action scenes were very entertaining. Ryan Destiny was a 10 out of 10. Mr. Tyree, 10 out of 10. I think they were great. Supporting cast was solid. Nobody really stood out. Nobody really had much to say other than the mom. She definitely stood out. And the sister was mad sassy. Brother, we don't really know nothing about. But seeing Shields rise to fame, seeing her get that first meal, I wish we could have saw more of her celebrating more of the career, like professional accomplishments. We spent so much time on just her amateur career and her preparing for that gold medal, which was obviously a pivotal moment in her life that got things jump started. But it was like, that's basically what the whole movie was based around anyways. But anyways, man, that's my take. Solid movie, well shot, good action. Good storyline. Could have been developed a little bit more. Could have been a little bit more pop to it, as I might say. But solid movie overall. I'm not mad at it. Definitely go check it out. I would recommend it. Y'all let me know in the comments if you've already seen it, how y'all feel about it. That's a wrap for us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV as well. Join our memberships. We got exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Till next time, my beautiful people, we out.